This game right here is the highest rated bot I have beat so far on chess.com, Isabel Bot 1600, and that's quite a bit rating points above where I am. You see my rating here, it says 1232, so that's playing up a lot of rating points, but it's even a lot more than that. Look at my stats here. I want to show you my rapid rating here, which is, this is the rating they show when you're playing the bots, 1232. But I've played thousands of games on chess.com, and only one game ever as rapid, and somehow I won it. So after one game, I have a 1232 rating, which they show on the screen against the bots. But this is where my thousands of games are, in the bullet and the blitz. So I'm rated below 1,000 in both. So I'm a 900 to 1,000 player. So that's really jumping up a lot against the Isabel bot. And in fact, I've never beat the other two 1600 bots, Pablo and Joel. So let's check out this game here. Yeah, and I just want to make sure that I say this is the 9th video in the Bad Chess series I have on my channel, and they're all wins. And I just need to say that you know, I don't want to mislead anybody. I'm 900 player. I lose more games than I win. The fact that all 9 games on my channel currently are wins is not representative of how I really play. And I'm not trying to mislead anybody or make it look like I win all my games. It's just, well, I think the wins are more fun. But also, a 900 player, most of my losses, it's like move 9, I blunder my queen, and I don't know, who wants to see that? I don't want to see that. That's not an interesting game. So anyway, I want to make sure I say that in this video. That's why all my so far all my videos are of wins, but yeah, I don't want to mislead anyone. And I was actually, you know, I want to put a loss up. I was hoping to get a good loss against one of these 1600 bots, but you know, like if I got you know, forced checkmate in 5 and there was no way out of it and I didn't have 6 blunders in the game, I would have put it up. But all my losses were just stupid and they weren't entertaining. So you know, none of them were, I thought none of them were be interesting for anybody to watch. So at this point in this game right here, I'm thinking I want to castle and get that rook on e8, because that king and the queen is lined up. So that's what I'm rushing to do right now. And they're still lined up, so all I gotta do is move the rook over there. The only problem is now this battery here, that's check here, and you're gonna see the evaluation says I need to stop that by moving this pawn up, but that's not what a 900 player thinks. I'm thinking that king and queen's still lined up. I want this rook behind it, and not only be behind it, but it'll leave the f8 square for the king to run to on check. So, but you see it says it's a blunder. But then Isabel doesn't move the queen to h7 anyway. So I'm like, all right, now I got the king and the queen lined up, and I just got to move that bishop to somewhere good. And so at this point, the queen's gone. I'm up a piece. I've lost a lot of games like this, the 1600 bots, because I blunder a lot. So at this point, I'm thinking, all right, just don't do anything stupid. Don't blunder, and trade all the pieces and go for checkmate after all the pieces are gone. I'm not even thinking about checkmate right now. I'm just trying to get rid of pieces until I have one piece and Isabel has no pieces. And it's only move 18 right now. This move goes all the way to move 72. I had a hard time trading off and checkmating Isabel in the end. And you know, as far as not having any losses, like I mentioned a few minutes ago, yeah, I've lost to Pablo and Joel like 3 or 4 times each, and then I think I lost to Isabel like 8 or maybe even 10 times before I put this before I got this win against Isabel. So I didn't show the losses, like I said earlier. But if you saw the 3 videos against Nelson Bot where I won every game, those were played live, and I actually didn't have any losses against him. Those were actually 4 wins in a row against Nelson. I didn't, edit anything out. Like this one's not live, as you can see. I'm just showing a replay. But the games against Nelson were live, and I really did beat him 4 in a row. I think he's overrated. But and at this point in the game here, back to the game. Yeah, I think this is kind of funny. Chess.com calls this a great move because I can't block this rook anyway. I have to move the king. I can't move to h7. That's check. So I have 2 squares to go to. So, I mean, how great a move can it be when you've only got 2 to go to? I mean, geez, even a 900 can get that right. And especially out of the only two choices I had, I was like, well, I don't want to go to h8 because then that rook's free to move anywhere, and because it's check, I'll be standing behind the bishop there. So this seemed like a very easy decision to make, that I have to move here, and chess.com says it's a great move. I don't really understand that. But anyway, continuing from there, Isabel wanted to get this pawn here, and I didn't see any way to stop it, but I didn't care anyway because I was getting the pawn over here. I did lose my queen here, though, with that move, but I'm 3 pieces to 2 pieces, and I have a rook, and Isabel doesn't have a rook, so I'm still thinking get rid of these 2 bishops, and if I don't do anything stupid, I should be able to get my first win against the 1600 bot. You can see here, though, I'm trying to get those bishops off, trade them, not even win them, just trade them, but Isabel just does not want to trade them until there. I finally get one. Okay, one more bishop to go, and I'm considering here, should I, I might have to give up the rook to get that bishop off, because I don't have a white bishop. So, but, Isabel's up a pawn and 600 rating points higher than me. I don't know if I want to do bishop against, 4 pawns to 3 pawns. So I'm thinking I gotta try to get rid of that bishop without losing the rook, like I could have done right there. Okay, so I thought I was going to take that pawn. I forgot what I did there. Alright, so move 58, we're nearing the end, and I'm about to get that bishop off here. And there goes the bishop. And so here, I could release, I lose a lot, or stalemate a lot of games when I have a huge lead. I think all 900s do that. So I'm thinking, I need to release this pawn, and then I don't have to worry about stalemate, but then I worried about somehow making it all the way, so I just said, just take it. And so now I don't have to worry about that pawn queening, but I need to make sure I don't stalemate. As long as I don't stalemate, I'm okay. And I don't know if I did this, I just forgot about the bishop at this point. I don't know if I did this in the best way, but probably not, I'm sure, but I do end up checkmating the king here. There we go, checkmate. First win against the 1600 bot Isabel, so now I gotta go for Pablo and Joel, I guess. And that's what the eval says. Not too bad. Two blunders for me. I guess what allowed me to beat Isabel, which I probably can't count on in future games against 1600 bots. Is just 4 blunders right there. I'm guessing that's probably not a normal for 1600. But anyway, there it is. My first win against 1600. I hope to be putting up some videos against the other two 1600s, Pablo or Joel, or who knows, maybe even a higher bot. I don't know. Higher rated bot. See ya.